Yo, what's up you guys, and welcome to another video on Wizard101. So today we are going to go over my level 140 Death Wizard's gear setup. Jason Crowtamer here. So let's go ahead and check out his stats. So Jason here has 8,114 health. He has 155 damage, 43 universal resist with some extra resistance from some jewels, 22% accuracy, so he summons his spells 100% of the time. He's got 672 critical, which is pretty good for death, 149 block, 25 armor pierce. He has the highest armor pierce out of all my characters so far, which is really good for him. 676 pip conversion, 106 power pips, and 112 shadow pip. And for the gear we're using, we have the Dragoon Deadly Helm for the Dragoon set. We have the level 125 Corp Tennyson Robe Baleful Light Brigade Armor for his robe. We're using the Dragoon Deadly Boots for the Dragoon set bonus on him as well. For the wand, we're using Admiral's Boarding Hook for the extra pierce and more critical, and also the damage is really good. If you want more damage for your Death Wizard, what you can do, you can use the Fire Wand from the Primeval pack. It gives 18% damage and 6% fire damage as well. But you can use that wand for death as well, because you can use it for the set bonus and have a Frillosaur pet with extra damage for the set bonus for death. So you can do that as well for a set bonus, but yeah, for the wand, I'm using this wand because death is not really a hitting skill. Death is kind of in between skill. So yeah, I mainly focusing on overall stats for my characters that aren't involved in hitting too often. But for my storm and fire, that's a different story. I do want them to have massive damage and massive stats in regards to their damage and pierce. So yeah, for those characters, definitely a must, but for death, not so much. So that's why we have that wand. For Atham, we're using Lord of Death's Raider. I said it backwards. But yeah, we have the jewel sockets. You can use Mercy of Shadow Light for the extra damage. It's just 1% extra damage. Still really good as well. But for now, we're using the Lord of Death's Razor. Great Atham. I haven't felt the need to really change it. You guys will see a trend in all my characters. They tend to use this same Atham from Darkmoor all the time. So you guys will see that a lot in the setups. For the Dragoon amulet, for the 140 amulet, we're using Dragoon. It's level 130. We're mainly using it for the gear set bonus for death. As you guys can see, it gives 4% extra damage if I have it equipped. So that's why we're using it. Dragoon Deadly Charm for the amulet, and for the ring, we're using the Director Biohazard ring mainly for the Pierce jewel. I have a 5% on there, but I can change that to 6 later on for even more Pierce. But for now, we're keeping it at that. But yeah, this ring is really good, especially for the circle socket, like I mentioned, and all the other characters' gear setups. Yeah, this level 138 ring is the best ring for your wizards for PvE. Highly suggest you guys to get them with the circle socket and equipped it, and because it gives a lot more damage than the Dragoon rings here. So yeah, definitely a good replacement for the Dragoon rings. Yeah, so that's why we have that equipped instead of Dragoon ring, because we don't really need the Dragoon ring anymore, because it's 5% less damage and the critical changes that happen in the game. kind of made dragon rings kind of useless now. Plus, caramel rings are just better in general. For the pet, we're using the same pet. I did change this pet from our last pet. We did get a new one, a new version. It's got quad damage, so it's got Death Dealer, Death Giver, Death Boon, and Pain Giver. It also has a Death Assailant and a Spell Proof added on to that. So we get a little bit more damage, but we're also focusing on our defense and a little bit for crit, not too much. It's just 32 extra crit for one talent, so we get a little more on a critical side, but not too much. But it's great for PvE. I get the Feint card and also a blade from this pet. I don't really feel the need to change this pet because Death isn't really a hitting school. It's kind of an in-between school, so yeah, that's why we have that for Death. For our mount, we're using the Death Culture mount for 3% extra damage. You guys will see this trend. Yeah, mainly using this for the damage. For the deck, we're using Paradox deck. Still best deck for Death as well as the others. I don't really need to discuss much more on that. It's just a great deck. For his deck setup, I mainly just have AoEs in here. A few blades. I don't even remember what I was using this for. But yeah, we have some Ship of Fools and some a whole bunch of just pretty much all AoEs in here. For TCs, Spirit Blades. Don't really need to say much else about that. I'm just using Spirit Blades. If you guys watch the other videos, you should know me by now. I like my Spirit Blades and I like my Elemental Blade TCs. I don't really use blade like the actual blades much, but for PvP you might want to consider using the actual blade so you don't waste a pip on the Spirit and Elementals. But for PvE, Spirit and Elementals are very useful to have, so that's the main reason why I have those. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my Death Wizard, guys, for Jason Crowtamer here, level 140. His stats definitely have improved if you compare it to his level 130 gear setup. We do have the dragon for him finally for our walkthrough wizard here. If you guys have seen the walkthrough, go ahead and check that out. The walkthrough from Azteca through Caramel on the channel. If you guys want to see Jason pretty much go from a baby to a freaking beast as he is now in this video. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.